What's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch Season 2, Episode 7 of Mr. Robot. Last episode was a phenomenal episode, had one of the best 15-20 minute openings of any episode of TV I've ever watched. I'm not saying it fell off, because it still continued to be excellent, but that fucking sequence, this show, like, I don't know if it's something I spoke about in my Mr. Robot reactions, but I'm a sucker for, like, weird, creepy, symbolic dream sequences, and this show, again, not necessarily dream sequences, in this case, more just fucking weird hallucination craziness by this fucking psychopath, Elliot. Psychopath's the wrong word. Crazy lunatic, more like. But I've been loving it. Everything, the music, the cinematography, the acting. I love the show. I love the, even if I don't know what the fuck's going on sometimes, I love this show so much, man. So I'm ready to get into the episode. If you guys do like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I am most likely multiple weeks ahead. If you check the YouTube comments, it'll say the exact episode I'm currently on, so please check that out. And if you do enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Let's get into episode 7. I would assume that obviously next episode we're gonna probably flash back a little bit and get specifics about like the timeline and all that. But I feel like I did an okay job, and like I said, and I feel like I've fallen into the same exact trap as I did last season, even after specifically trying to make sure that I didn't fall into the same trap. But like I said, season 1, I was obsessed with Mr. Robot. I didn't look at Darlene. I wasn't paying enough attention to the Dark Army. This season, I feel like I have latched onto this prison idea, and it's essentially revealed halfway through the season. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just something. It's funny, and I really want to give props to it. And I've said multiple times how much I love the narration and the inner monologues in the show, and how like I feel like my own character, Elliot, speaks to me, and he's trying to convince not only himself, but he's trying to convince me, obviously, because I am him. It feels like that he's trustworthy and all that. But I said in season 1, at the end of season 1, I'm pretty sure, I can't trust him, and I will never trust him. But so that's why I really sort of focused on this sort of prison. So at first I feel like I was leaning more towards like asylum sort of thing. Maybe I don't know, but the prison thing made a lot more sense as the episodes went on, and just like the basketball and all that. But the thing with me not trusting him at all, and obviously, I'm not saying this isn't like the show's stupid. Obviously, I don't trust him. No, the show knows that I don't trust him. The show wants me not to trust him. No matter like what they're saying. They've proven that I shouldn't trust him. At some point in the show, he is going to become trustworthy. Not like for fucking 2 seasons or anything like that, but for some storyline, he is going to be telling the exact fucking truth, and I'm going to try to like convince myself like, oh, maybe no, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, and it's gonna be real. Nah, he was telling the truth the whole time. I feel like that's something that the show definitely do. But oh my god, dude. This it's funny. Like, again, I want to repeat, I didn't know anything going into this show. I'd heard about it being one of the all-time great shows for years and years and years. A week before I started the show, I learned it was about hacking. Again, but like the vibe I got from the show wasn't like violent, if that makes sense. Like I went into it again. I went into it not really knowing, you know what I mean. But like this season, especially, I feel like has upped the violence. So, and I mean, obviously with the fucking gunshot in the last season too. But I mean, like this whole fucking thing, it's gotten so violent. Fucking diddling is happening. Fucking needles under nails, the entire length of the finger, breaking it off. The vomit scene in what, episode 3, I think. This is like a cacophony of greatness, if that makes any sense. It's just like a symphony of, oh my god, dude. And I love that little montage at the end. I feel like I did good. I feel like I did pretty goddamn good. Again, I want to repeat this. I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying or like think I'm stupid or anything. Like, I'm sure that like the Mr. Robot thing, that was kind of obvious for a lot of people. I'm not calling that a win. I'm not calling myself the smartest person in the world, because I know that there's 18 other plot twists that are about to happen that I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea about what the fuck is going on. like at all. Um, sorry for saying I really apologize. Let me see. Okay, I will talk about Tyrell real quick because it was revealed that Elliot shot Tyrell, but I really don't think so. Because again, I feel like it's going into the same thing that I was just talking about. I feel like the show wants me to. It's like tricking me into believing things, and then doing the exact opposite because it knows I believe it. Again, like I said, my first sort of theory regarding Tyrell, I think I probably said it like after episode 2 or 3 or something like that, was that he was probably already dead. Sadly, I don't want him to be dead. And now that they've revealed that he's dead, you know what I mean? I really don't think that that's the case. Especially not just like from a perspective of like we trust each other now. We made a handshake deal. This isn't fucking sunshine and rainbows. We're not Mr. Robot and Elliot aren't buddy for the rest of the shit. No, they're going to immediately betray each other's trust, not know what each other's doing. But also just in the sense of like with the Joanna situation, like again, I want to repeat, Joanna, probably one of my favorite characters. I liked Joanna even more than Tyrell. But I feel like Tyrell is a more important character, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't feel like Joanna would be a huge part of the story if Tyrell were already dead. If that makes sense. For a season, maybe, but I don't think it would be like a continuous, like, if you understand what I mean. So, and obviously this phone call thing, these gifts, and like, they even in the little teaser for the episode, they went back to like or Joanna saying like you're not the man out, like something like you're not the husband or like something like that. Sorry for not remembering the exact quote. But the vibe I got from season 1 was that these motherfuckers were so insanely loyal to each other that they would both commit mass murder to not like better their situations. If that makes any sense. So I feel like this has to be a scenario. I'm trying to think here. So, okay, here's what I'm going to say. This is my prediction. Maybe Elliot did actually shoot Tyrell, okay? And he left him for dead. Maybe Tyrell reached out to the Dark Army or something like this. Some sort of high, like, powerful ally, you know what I mean? Reached out to the Dark Army, maybe. And is in hiding right now from Elliot, and then he's also being framed for this. Not. I apologize. I apologize to the good of Sharon Knowles. She is not being framed. I revoked the statement that I just said. He fucking murdered her in cold blood. There's no question about that. He murdered her, and it's a known thing in the public in the news that he's like being wanted or for that. So he not only he's hiding from that, maybe he's hiding from Elliot. Maybe the Dark Army is just keeping him hostage. And like I said, the little Flash, that actually makes sense with the Dark Army holding him hostage because of the Flash, not the weird dream sequency thingy, the sitcom from last episode where he was held hostage in a trunk. I but this, because that's another thing too that I'm really focusing now on, and it's one of those things. There's so much stuff going on, and obviously, as with like, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but like, you don't immediately take in everything. Like, you have to sit back and stand back and just fucking talk out loud to yourself. Joanna and this fucking boyfriend has been given a lot of focus. Like, a lot of focus. I would assume, I can't tell how, but maybe this is like an alibi for her? Like, well, I was never really close with him sort of thing. I was fucking this guy on the side the whole time. Maybe that's it. And like he because that divorce is not real. I don't think that's real. And maybe I'm reading their relationship completely wrong. Obviously, Joanna and Tyrell are fucking enigmas, but I think that they are loyal to each other. I think this is they're loyal to each other, not like their minds. They're loyal to each other. They're loyal to going up the ladder together. They've obviously, you saw a lot in season 1. Like, the sex thing isn't like, Tyrell is able to go fuck around with everyone for moving up the corporate ladder. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's the same exact way for Joanna. This is a way to ensure her safety somehow. I don't know. She said that no. He said, my bad. What's the guy named Jason? What the fuck is that guy's name? Was it Jason? I may just be making up some white guy's name. I think it was Jason. That guy who Joanna's with said that they met at a fucking Evil Corp meeting or party. Was it at the party? And like maybe she just again, Joanna and fucking Tyrell, they're smart as fuck. Maybe Joanna just like went around the party flirting with like 20 people, just like putting it. You know what I mean? Putting that little stake down on the ground, just in case we can work this angle somehow. Just in case this is someone important. I could definitely see that, and I wouldn't put it past them because I fucking love them. I love how devious they are. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for Tyrell. Like I said, but 100,000%, I am now on the. He's not dead. He's 100% not dead. So maybe. Okay. Either, like I said. Because Elliot or because Mr. Robot is lying about the situation, something is not right. So either they're actually still allies. Obviously, they communicated with each other earlier. So 100%. I don't know. They communicated with each other earlier, so maybe they're still working together, but a part of Elliot doesn't want that to be known to keep that relationship as far away from each other as possible. Maybe that's a thing. Like I said, or Shot Left for Dead. I don't know. Is there anyone else I want to talk about? The Leon and Ray stuff. The Leon thing. I do want to say one thing. Obviously, he's very, you know what I mean. I don't know a lot about him yet. I don't even know if we will. He's obviously working with the Dark Army in some capacity. Either he is like some, you know what I mean, actual. Because I would assume with all the enemies, you know what I mean, Elliot made in there in the prison, he was obviously being watched over by the Dark Army. He is such a force piece. You know what I mean? He's like a queen on a chessboard. He's very powerful. The Dark Army wouldn't want to let that person die if I can get shanked in prison or anything like that. So they probably sent people there to protect him. My question is whether or not Leon was actually like a fucking Dark Army fucking soldier that is like loyal to them or anything like that, or it was more, and the vibe that I kind of got just from some of the dialogue, maybe it's more of like they just saw that he was an easy sort of ally. Like the Dark Army did research on everyone in the prison when Elliot was there and went, hey, we'll talk and communicate with this guy, get him on our side, protect Elliot, make sure everything's okay, and we'll reward you later for it. I mean, that's how I got the vibe. But obviously, I will assume we'll find that out. And then Ray, I gotta say, Ray almost felt like the what's that fucker's name? Why am I blanking on the guy's name from season 1? Vera, right? He almost kind of felt like a Vera, obviously more important than the Vera, in the sense of like he felt like our mid-season villain. I gotta say again, I want to repeat. I had never seen Craig Robinson actually act in anything. I've never actually seen any of his stand-up. I've just seen a clip here, a clip here. I knew that he was a comedian. I must say, and I think I even mentioned this in maybe episode 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. Making references to like Bob Odenkirk and Bryan Cranston in the sense of I feel like for some reason comedians are just some of the fucking top tier actors of our generation. I'm not saying that he's the greatest actor of all time. Don't fucking get it twisted. But I'm just saying that I was very impressed by that performance. He was able to switch from funny / wholesome / nice, you know what I mean, to fucking the most menacing man you've ever fucking seen. A flip of a switch. Props to that. Some major fucking props to that. Well, so that Dom and Angela scene that was the opening of the episode, I think. That was phenomenal. Again, you guys know how much I love Angela, and you guys know how much I love Dommy. Dommy mommy, man. I'm falling for it already. I don't know what's going on. But they're fucking incredible. Like I said, the conversation, like the Dom and Angela, the Angela and Philip, the those scenes of Zhang and Dom. They're able to, again, like I said, I have like 6 or 7 of my favorite characters. Elliot, Angela, Tyrell, Joanna. I like Zhang a lot. I like Dom. Those guys, I feel like they're like, those conversations that they have, I mean, I like sit back and eat popcorn and like I could listen to them talk forever. It's like a Lost situation where with like Ben and Locke or Locke and Jack or Sawyer and fucking anyone on the show. Like it's just some of these relationships and some of these conversations, and obviously the dialogue being so strong, I could just literally sit back and watch these fuckers talk for 50 minutes, and I wouldn't complain at all. The final thing I do want to talk about, you know what's something? No, the final thing I want to talk about, it's related to Angela. Obviously, like with most things in this show, like with everything in the show, even if I have a slight semblance of what's going on, I obviously don't know what's going on. There's some sort of hidden motive, hidden ulterior. I have a lot of faith in Angela. I want to repeat, Angela's my favorite character. I really like this storyline going on. And I feel like, again, it's either going two ways. Either she's actually playing a long con and being like a spy, like she said to Philip. I don't know what to call him. Philip Price. Like she said to Price, what Colby told her, either like, you know, a spy, like trying to change it from the inside, or if she's actually at some point going to sort of morph into an antagonistic force, who's actually loyal to this ship for her own selfish well-being. I don't think so. I don't think that they would go there. I don't, as of right now, I don't. They could definitely go that route in the future. But it almost, it's almost, I'll say this. I keep expecting her to perform well, and it seems like at every point she is not performing up to par. She's not really doing what her potential is showing. You know what I mean? From a like simple 1D level. Like it feels like she could achieve much more. She is fumbling the bag. That would lead me to believe that she is currently concocting a plan or a journey that I am not visualizing, because I have a lot of faith in Angela. I think that she is fucking amazing. So I'm gonna say that I want to say I think that she's going this undercover-ish. I don't know how to. I'm not saying like undercover spy, but you guys know what I mean. This undercover spy-ish route. And she's purposefully making herself out to be like a goon, or you know what I mean? Like she's purposefully fucking up or purposefully playing her cards too fast to then achieve something in the long run. That's what I would assume. Maybe you get to a point where you know, you get it so that everyone views her as like this fucking small fry player who came to the table and put all her chips in the middle, and you know is fucking up and is losing everything when she's actually playing 4D chess in the background. You can't fathom what her plans are. That's what I'm going to assume. That's what I'm going to predict. Again, I don't have any specific predictions about what the fuck the 4D chess is, but I know that I'm pretty sure that 4D chess is happening. I just don't currently have an exact plan for what that is. Again, I'm also a little scared here. That's the thing too, because I feel like this shit's going to get dirty real quick. Like I don't know. That's Angela was talking to Darlene there, and like was talking like, you guys always look down on me. Obviously that's very hostile words. That's very sort of, it almost feels like we were never friends in the first place. You didn't think I was up to your level, like all these fuckers around me right now. I could see a world in which Angela concocts a plan to completely make herself look innocent. And try to, you know, throw some shit back on F Society, throw some shit on. I could see her fucking up everyone around her just so that she rises. And I would love her for that. She's iconic. I love her. The final thing I'll say, and it's real short, 10 seconds. I spoke to my friend who's watched Mr. Robot before. I don't remember if I've said this out loud. I think I might have once or twice, but I want to repeat it. Portia Doubleday is one of the top 5 names of all time. Of real names that I've heard in real life, that is one of the most badass names for some reason. I wanted to give my full props to it. It's amazing. But I think that's going to be it. That was another phenomenal episode. I'm very happy that I got at least one prediction right. The batting average isn't that good, but I feel like I've gotten one big prediction correct each season so far. I'm hoping I land a couple more of them. Again, I don't need to. Like I want to repeat this, and I know I say it like every couple episodes. Like, I'm not watching this show to get these predictions correct. I'm watching this show to go on this journey, and so far it's been fucking spectacular. Even though I'm 1 for 50 on the predictions, I love everything about it. The character work, the dialogue, everything is chef's kiss. But I think that's going to be it for me. If you guys do like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. Please check the YouTube comments to see the exact episode I'm currently on if you're interested. And if you do enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'll see you guys next week.